Welcome back to the Holotable Games Network. I'm Ginger Joey.
And I am Outworld's newest emperor, Shao Corey.
Oh, okay, we're going back to the Mortal Kombat, huh?
I mean, I have to. Mortal Kombat 2 came out this weekend.
I swore that movie was advertised as Johnny Cage, a Mortal Kombat story or something like that. And then they changed the title of it to Mortal Kombat 2.
No, it was always Mortal
It
Kombat
was
2.
always Mortal Kombat
Yeah,
2?
it was always Mortal Kombat 2, and the end of the first one teased Johnny Cage anyway. Like they were setting this up initially.
So,
It just they should have he should have been in the first movie instead of generic random character that nobody recognizes. Like that's they made up a new character for the first movie. He was made up.
wait, so you're the newest reboot.
The newest reboot.
So I never saw that, so I don't know.
It was not bad, and I also don't think from what I'm hearing from reviews and from friends that have seen the new one, it's also fun. You got to go in going. It's a Mortal Kombat movie.
Well,
It's
yeah.
dumb and stupid and entertaining.
I'm actually more looking forward to Street Fighter than the Mortal Kombat one.
That also does seem to. I think the trailers. I was iffy on the first trailer, but the latest trailer, I'm like, they got the message. This is silly and campy and dumb.
Yep. So, and that's
all I want
it's
is
meant
silly,
to be.
campy, dumb.
It's meant to be that.
Yeah. Like I just want to see these people fight and be silly and see these characters that I like. You know,
Yeah.
no, I'm with you on
You
that.
want the over embellishment. That's what you're going for.
It looks like the Street Fighter movie looks like I don't know if you ever saw the Dead or Alive movie.
Yes.
It looks like that, which
Okay.
was not a great movie.
No.
But it knew what it knew what it was doing. It was what it was is like we're just gonna have these ridiculous people fight and be silly and enjoy. And I'm like, that's great. I enjoyed that.
Yep.
So that's what the Street Fighter looks like too.
So yeah. Anyway,
Anyway.
this is our Thursday Throwdown series, but what we're doing is we are prepping for our sealed PQ we have coming up at Red Castle Games on the 17th. So what we're going to do is do a example of a sealed setup. We each have 6 packs. We're going to do it a little bit differently, and we're going to go through them one at a time and jointly talk about what is going to be in the decks. So then that way we can like
I think we should open together, actually. Let's open together, just to save a little time.
Okay.
Sorry. And then we can jointly do a separate, each of us talk about what we're thinking about once we've laid it all out. Because the opening and sorting, we can just fast forward through that then.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
Excellent.
Get into it.
Perfect. Let us begin.
Okay, so we're done opening all the packs, and now we are going to tear into Corey's options for a deck.
Yeah.
So the big highlights, Corey, what did you pull that really stands out to you?
The big things that are calling to me here, I mean, the top thing is, this is what I love to see. I got 2 masteries in my blues.
So masteries, push it more towards the center. So masteries are one of, I'd say, a handful of about 5 cards that you are looking for, because in the sealed format, there is very few, and I think Sabine Wren is the only real one, ways to get rid of upgrades other than pure removal and or bouncing a unit back to their hand. So because there is such limited removal cards, mastery on a leader goes a long way. Sabine is the other thing you really want to be looking for as far as a pack one, pick one. In a sealed environment where you're opening your packs, you don't get the options in like a draft to pick them, so you're just really hoping to get them. This is also a very splashable card with the bases, because now for 4, you're slapping that onto a leader or onto a unit, and since it is universally space or ground, it is a great just pump and go. So I would say yes, you're 100% playing these, but do you need
Yeah,
to
is
go
that
blue?
push? Is that forcing me into blue? I still am probably leaning blue just because I. The weird thing is, I will say also with this, I didn't get much for either heroic or villain,
I think that's
which
pretty
is not
common
bad.
this set,
Yeah, which is
honestly.
pretty common this set. But the other thing that kind of pushes me towards heroic is I did pull two Kanans, and if I go my only yellow option, if I go blue yellow, Kanan and Finn are some pretty spicy cards to have in a deck.
I agree that those are both
Um,
fantastic, and
those
the
are really
fact,
good. Zeb is a great splash then too, as well.
sure.
So I've got some splashes. Actually, I would say the Celeste Sapper is also a good splash. So like I've got a good some in the multicolored splash options are decent. There was not really anything that just pushes me. I do have a Boba Fett that would be really nice, but I don't think that's enough to force me into villainy.
So let's go back and look at leaders. You have leaders available being the
Yeah.
client. Dark. Are we upside? You're upside down. So
Am I
why
upside
don't
down?
we?
Yeah, yeah. Flip
Well,
it up.
here. Let's see. If I go to the
Test this if it
camera,
works.
good thing airplane mode worked. Um, let's see. Gameplay overhead. Where are we at? So if I flip this around, oh no, I gotta do it this way. Just click OK. Or rotate 180 degrees. There, now you guys can see what we are seeing because this makes way more sense for you to be able to visually see what's going on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, the clients,
Darth
Darth
Vader.
Vader, Aura, Sebulba, and Han Solo. So if you're looking at heroic, Han Solo is your
Han's
only
my
option.
option, yeah. So I got to go Han. So I'm doing yellow, which is not bad also because I did actually get some, not the strongest, but like Axe Frigate is very good in limited.
Yeah.
Axe Frigates is great. I got a Canyon. I got a KT9. I got Bix, who's decent also,
Well,
4 for
remember, you want to
4/5.
be making tokens anyway,
I
so
do want to
Bix
be
is
making
great in
token.
that
Bix
regard.
also, the Champions makes me a token also. Like some things that make me tokens, maybe even making credits just straight, just
Yeah.
for Han, potentially. So like I got some of that. I do have another 2-drop that's a good 2-drop, the Artful Pickpocket, which is great. The Rebel Blockade Runner, we all is fantastic
Yeah.
and sealed. I also like my blue heroics. Bodhi, Cinta are both very good to have.
Yep.
Tantiv's nice too as an endgame. It's the restore 2 helps. So like I think that is pushing me blue yellow
The other
more than the
thing
mastery alone.
the other thing is that Han Solo having Saboteur,
With
slapping a mastery onto
mastery
that just pushes
becomes
damage at
a
that point in time.
huge
You
problem.
also then get that with the space unit
Yep.
as well.
Yep, that can get that. It is and so I think I do that. I will also say I'm looking splashing wise, like number one splash is definitely going to be I did get a hyperspace foil flash events even.
Yep.
That's getting if you don't know, if you pull that, you should splash that.
Yes, that's like one of the 5 cards that I was mentioning earlier
Yep.
because it is a pump card. Even if it's completely out of aspect, it's only costing you 3 to get a +2. Your unit only dies if the opponent's base takes damage. I, in fact, used this card twice in a draft we did last night where I had my Hera flash the Vince to get a 5 attack to run into a 5/5 Sentinel. I survived with 1 hit point, and then they played the Sentinel again, and I did it again. So I was able to take out 2 Sentinels with these cards with my leader just because I did not die because I didn't do overwhelm damage to their base.
Exactly. So yeah, that's a big one. So that's going to be a splash, obviously. I also might consider Arvel would probably not be a splash. It would be a sideboard, and if my opponent's playing credits, I'm going to put Arvel in
So, and keep in mind, in a
because
sealed,
I'm already destroying my own credits,
yes,
basically.
in a sealed, your entire pool is your sideboard.
Yeah.
You only have to be restricted to the initial 30 cards or whatever your initial put together is. That has to be reset at the start of every single match,
Yep.
but you can sideboard out of everything in your pool after that.
Yep. So yeah, I'm going to definitely, I'll consider, I'll use this as a sideboard, put it in later potentially. I may sideboard this. Just 3 direct damage is good still. So
I'm
that
gonna
is
say,
worth
show them,
considering.
not
Yeah,
me.
sorry. Show them 3, it's 3 direct damage. It doesn't matter about the getting 5. It's 3 is enough in sealed most of the time. I am definitely sideboarding in. I also got 2 haymakers to go with the 2
Oh,
masteries.
you're a
This is
putz.
gross. That's not a good 4-card combo to have in a 30-card deck
I'm not
for the
liking my
opponent.
odds right now, I'll tell
Yeah,
you that.
so these are definitely, this is another one. You splash haymaker.
Yeah.
You always splash haymaker. This is a very powerful card.
I think that at
It's
6
removal.
or that at 5 is fantastic. It is just it's unit dependent is the
It
only
is unit
negative
dependent.
to it, and it is same arena.
Yes.
So if they're dodging you, you can't do anything about
Yeah,
that.
but this is always another one. Just like it's not as powerful as mastery, but it's always one if you get it, do think about splashing that. So
Okay, so I think you've got a good
yeah,
idea.
I've got
Let's
my idea.
take away everything that is for sure not going in color-wise. So you're doing a yellow-blue.
Yep,
So and you're doing Han, right?
yep. So
So everything that's not Han or yellow-blue
yep.
can go away.
Well, I will keep splashable stuff,
Well, no, no,
but
no. So,
like
but I'm talking like your villainy, everything
yeah,
goes away
villainy,
because
everything
you're
goes
not
away.
doing that. Well, and you can go back and look through it later because also this is a card, even at villainy,
Could be considered.
I
Yeah,
think is maybe splashable because it will only cost you 3 and potentially can heal you for 5.
yep,
So it doesn't mean that just because you're heroic, you're going to be negating everything that's villainy. But when you're putting together the bulk of your deck, you're going to just take everything that you're not doing and put it off to the side
yep.
and move on.
Throw it to the side. Stuff that you might consider splashing, keep around.
Not a soda by the table, though.
Not a soda by the table, and put that over there. Actually water, but it's still, yeah,
Sure.
it gets things damp. These are all things that are
I
considered for
actually
splashing.
think he is a splashable card as
I
well.
do agree on that. I'm thinking about that
These are
one.
some of your big boys hitting the board
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
I'm putting together like right first and foremost, I'm putting together the pile of these definitely go in the deck. There is
Sure.
no question whatsoever. I am playing these. That's questionable.
I'm putting things in this area
Yeah,
just for visual purposes.
these are obviously questionable. Uh, but these are all like these go in the deck.
So this is all stuff that is out for right now.
Yeah,
So we're gonna stack all the heroic, that stuff can stay. The heroic and the neutral.
these are questionable.
All that kind of stuff can go away for now. This goes away for now.
But here I've got a set of cards that are definitely playable enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 26.
So he's got
So I'm a little
26
I'm a
very
little
playable
splash
cards.
heavy. I will say that
No, but
this
you
is,
also have this.
but that is acceptable. Yeah,
You
and those
also
are
have
good.
neutrals.
Yep. And I haven't looked too close at those. So I've got 27 actually with Cheer It. So I just need 3 more, which is not bad. I don't think any of these are splashable worthy just because I'm splash heavy already. I'm only going to get 1 use out of my splash
So
base.
1, 2, 3, I think, is automatically your last 3 cards.
That's my thought as
The
well.
only other exception might be that because it is a space unit,
Yeah.
and space is somewhat. And if you're splash heavy, maybe you run
That is worth considering because I do have, let's look at how many splash cards I have.
That's a good thing to look at.
Um,
So I think these 3 go in for sure. So then these are your maybes we're going to throw them in.
Yeah. So I have 5 splash cards right now out of a 30 card deck. That's a little heavier than I'd like to be, but it's not terrible. And I don't think it's enough to justify that.
I don't consider
Well, that's
this
true.
a
That's also not a
splash, but that's not really one you're trying to use your base for. So
Yeah.
when you're talking about splash, I think you're talking about what am I using my base to bring into play? And right now you only have the 4, and I think you're fine on the 4.
Yeah.
How much is your space to ground ratio?
Well, I was going to look at 2 drops first. That's my
Sure.
first question is how am I doing on 2 drops? Because that's very important for sealed. You need to be out the gate immediately. I mean, that's not exactly a 2 drop, but it's a kill a 2 drop, which is fine by me too.
Potentially.
I will keep that. So I am feeling okay on 2 drops. That's a
So
decent number.
again, trying to get these into the
Oh yes, get them in frame.
framework
So
of camera.
I've got 8 2 drops in a 30 card deck, or 7 2 drops in a 30 card deck. That's not bad. That's acceptable. It's not the best.
You have 8.
Math.
8 units and 2 events that you can play turn 1.
Potentially, yeah.
That's
Well, and actually
33% of your
another
deck.
one.
Yeah, that's 33% of your deck. That's actually a lot.
Yeah, so that's not bad.
You maybe even can drop a 2 drop.
That's true.
So things to consider is you don't want to be too heavy because then you're oversaturating yourself.
You're not hitting what you want.
So none of this stuff is going in, right?
Yeah.
Down here. So
well, yeah. Well, I might still consider it. They're worth because these are actually very good still. I would say I don't think L3 obviously that she's doesn't matter, but like these 4 are all splashable. I would say.
Okay.
So they're all worth considering. I think of the 4, I'm trying to think. I would probably lean Sulliston for the kill ability. Probably. I don't know what your thought is, but that would probably be if I splash anything, because even at 5, killing something with 4 health is nice.
Potentially. Let me see the rest of this.
Yep.
See, I would organize this initially by cost of cards.
Yeah.
In mine. So that way you can get a good idea of what your curve is going to be at the same time.
Yeah, like this is, I think this guy could probably get cut. I don't think he's good
I
enough.
think that was my number one thing to say
like
to cut.
he's not good enough to justify keeping him since I have enough 2-drops. So that's at least one out, room for one more card.
You have 3 threes, 2 4 fours, a 6, 2 sevens, and an 8.
Yeah.
So you
and a
are
5 and a 6.
Oh,
And a couple fours.
sorry, I wasn't looking at these. I'm talking about units, not anything else than that. So now look through that stuff and see, is there anything that stands out as you would want to splash that in?
I don't believe, I mean, kill spell potentially. I don't need 2-drops. Actually, a 4/4 for 3 is not bad.
That's green. Oh, you mean as like a splash card?
Yeah. But I don't know if that's good enough to, I don't think that's strong enough to.
I think choke might be your only other card to consider.
Choke I was thinking about for the heal.
The primary
do I have a lot of
thing
health
you
on me?
do, that's what I was going to say. The primary thing I'm looking at is that you have Syntacaz, 5 health, Rebel Blockade, 5 health. Well, you can't use it on a Rebel Blockade. It has to be a non-vehicle.
Yeah, non-vehicle unit.
Bix is 5 health. Kanan is 4, so it's like a 3 health. Finn, you're going to ambush into something. But then you have the Industrious team of 7 at the high end.
Yeah, and Curit's 6 health.
And Curit's a 6 health. So, and then your leader is a 5 health.
Leader's a 5 health, yeah.
So it's a potential. Is it a guaranteed? I would leave it in the sideboard. But you know you have it that you can bring it in.
I think
if
it's an
you
add-in.
So.
I am leaning towards probably one of these guys. I think maybe the Sullust.
If you're going for splash, I would say it's either the Bith or the Sullust.
Yeah, a 3-drop, basically.
I don't think it's either one other than that.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's a 3-drop.
Sentinel or removal at that point in time.
Yeah, and that's then the question. I think I've got a decent amount of Sentinels. What am I doing Sentinel-wise? Like, I've got a fair amount of Sentinels. I mean, Cinta needs something on her to become a Sentinel, but still, she's a potential Sentinel. I've got a ground Sentinel.
You have some Watchfuls you can put on Cinta.
Yeah, Watchfuls are not bad for when you have Cinta.
They're also not bad to put on your leader just to make them survive a little bit longer.
Yeah, because the extra health on Cinta is not bad also. Yeah, I don't think I want to splash. I want to stick to being, I'm going to use these splash base on these, because I want to play these on curve.
So then maybe the Watchful is just for a little upgrade is what you're looking at.
Yeah, I think a Watchful just to have one more little upgrade, because I've got plenty of units.
So we are not using these then? Did you look at your space to ground ratio?
Space to ground is pretty darn good.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6. I've got 6 space units, which is a lot for a sealed deck.
It's not terrible. I definitely think these are out then. The only thing is, do you want another one?
I don't think so. I think I feel comfortable with it. I think having another way to activate Cinta is more valuable, because now all 3 of these activate Cinta.
Oh, that's true, because the experience from Haymaker will then hit on Cinta as well.
Yeah, so being able to activate
and that's a great curve to go Cinta into a Haymaker.
Yeah.
That's a super good curve.
Swing, kill something at 4 and have a Sentinel 4/6 Cinta. Really good. So
you're doing that. We're scrapping these.
This is feeling good.
Okay, so the other thing that I like to do is when you're done, take all the cards that you were gonna potentially splash out of your main cluster of extra cards and put them towards the front. So then that way, if you are going to splash them in, like if you want to use the choke, if you want to use the removal, the red removal card, if you want to, you find yourself short on 3s, you want to bring that in. Anything that was even a remote possibility of going in the deck that you decided to cut last minute,
that's a sideboard right
then you put those towards the front. And what I end up doing is I will have all of my cards one direction, and I will turn them over and put my splash cards the other direction, and then put those in my box. So that way you know exactly where they are and how to get to them to save time in between rounds.
It's almost splashable too.
This is very splashable. I splashed that into my last one.
And I actually like to splash on that too.
So that's what I do.
So I do it a little differently. So here's how I do it, just so you guys know. I have one of the double cases. So I actually put the cards I'm definitely not playing like in the back section.
Sure.
I'm not looking at these ever again. The ones that I'm thinking about splashing.
Those don't.
Yeah, these are not addable.
These were your splash ones.
Yeah. I mean, there is the possibility of adding that
Your deck.
later.
Yep.
Yeah, like I might add that. And also even that, it's 1 damage from Han. Uh, so it can
Oh,
be
credit, yeah.
some
Yep.
usage. That's the only credit one I would maybe consider, because if I have an extra one use,
Yep, that's a good thought.
but yeah, the rest are not. These are not splashable also, so I'm going to keep these out. So I put them in this section, and then these are going to be not sleeved in the front section, and then
That's
I'll
the key thing.
sleeve the
Don't
rest.
sleeve them ahead of
Yeah, do
time
not sleeve them.
because then you potentially can be called for mixing your deck to.
As I drop things, look at that, I'm dangerous. It's on. I'll move out of camera
Wow.
while Joy gets stuff out.
Wow.
Incredible. And
Oh, okay.
do I have a blue base? I do actually. I've got a cyberspace blue base. Look at that.
Okay, so then now we're gonna switch this back around.
Yep.
Corey's gonna pick up the box that he just dropped.
Yeah, dangerous.
Rotate
Put it
the
on
page
something that
again.
wasn't stable. I was off.
No, what he put it onto was the
Oh, these are yours.
token binder.
I think these are yours. I don't care. If they're mine, you can have them.
Oh no, those are all extras.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
All
this
right.
can
So
go
I'm going to
here.
start sleeving while you lay out and talk about yours, and we'll talk through it. But
I actually got 6 different leaders. The reason why Corey only had 5 is because he ended up with a double of Sebulba.
yep.
So I have 4 heroic and 2 villainous leaders.
That is a good spread you got
That
too.
is a very good
That that
spread.
that is what I want to see.
I'm not angry at that.
No, when I get
What I'm angry at is that I got a rare base and one of
that's
my freaking
bad.
rares.
That's
So
always sad.
nobody likes the rare bases. I can't wait for them to not be rare slots anymore. Just make them take the base slot.
Yeah, it
So
was dumb having them take the base slot. It was
you mean
just
not take the base
or
slot?
having not take the base slots. It just I understand their logic for it, but at the same time, it's like that just is frustrating.
It's a feels bad.
It feels bad, and honestly, in general, the rare bases aren't that great in draft most of the
In
time, or shield and
draft.
draft most of the time
Yeah.
anyway. So they get passed around 90% of the time. So it's just like, yeah, don't bother. Just let it be. Whoever pulls it gets it. Great. Itchy
That's
nose also. All right, so I'll get sealed. I'll get packed up. But yeah, you got the leaders. I got the the masters
so
enablers.
it's often which you experience this. It's often very frustrating when your card pool does not match your leader selection
Yeah, like if
capabilities.
I could have had a Hera, woohoo boy, that
Yeah,
would have felt great.
different story entirely.
Yeah, like that would have been like, oh, this is now a gross deck, or even a Fell would have been gross.
Okay, so the big hit for me was my Ray.
Yep, that's a good hit.
So I'm not sure. Oh, I'm not seeing a lot of my cards. I don't see the entire bottom row of my cards.
Oh no! All right, let's make some more room for you.
And we'll do it like this.
Yeah, make some
These can
space.
stay here.
I don't need this space for just sleeping.
That's not in the right spot. So the big hit for me was the Ray, which in a limited environment, not that great because
8 is pretty late.
8 is pretty late for any of that kind of stuff to
That said,
happen.
it is an end game. Like in limited, it is an end game bomb. There are very few answers in this set's limited for array. You put out array and you go, yep.
So one of the other things that I like to figure out personally is using the bread method. If you've never heard of that, it's bombs, removal. What's the A?
I don't remember. I can never remember the acronym of bread. I do not.
So
Bombs removal, something, something.
I always look at E as like evasion because you're basically looking
Yeah.
at stuff to like that gets around stuff. A is I can't remember, and then D is anyway. You look
Anyway,
for bombs and removal first. I can never remember the acronym. I'm gonna have to go back and look that up.
yeah.
So bombs and removal. So again, Ray is a bomb. So look at removal. So I have a tree remembers in blue. I have collateral damage, attack from all sides in red. Another collateral damage. That's a rock. Technically, can be removal.
Yep.
Um,
And that's a rock does help push you towards Vader potentially.
Expendable mercenaries to help me get to Ray might not be bad.
That's actually pretty good. That pushes more.
Stockpile to help me get to Ray might not be bad.
Yeah.
I did get a haymaker. Common cause is not really removal, but it's an interesting pump that you can do because you're getting a +1/+1 based off of the number of aspects you have. So for yellow, did we get any bounce stuff? Removal, I look at ambush units as removal in yellow. It can be any color, but primarily yellow is going to have your ambush units. So that could be funny. Double windfall. Can we just credit ourselves into a Ray?
I mean, may not be a terrible idea.
So that's pretty much it. I'm pretty light on the removal, so that's concerning.
Yeah.
In general,
especially when you know I have
well,
two
but
masteries, but even in
I'm
general,
going into this like,
yeah, like you
okay,
don't know.
I don't know what my opponent has. I just
Yeah.
got to build the best deck that I can, the one that's going to be the most efficient and operate for me.
So, what are your other?
So color combination wise here, Asajj Venture is probably not going to do anything for us. Interrogation Droid
Is good.
might be a good splashable card because even at 4,
Yeah.
being able to exhaust something and then potentially strip a card out of their hand is not terrible. So if I was red-yellow and I had to just pay the villainy, that wouldn't be bad. Paying 6 for this is definitely not good. So Sullivan Stapper, like what Corey said, it's ambush removal if I need it, so that could be a splashable card. But that means I need to be running red or yellow. Don't make the mistake that I did once and put a card that is double aspect out, and your base doesn't really help with that.
Unless you're running Kalis.
I did get 2
Splash
for a
cards.
from a certain point of view, but that is also then 2 for wanting yourself every single time you use that.
That's the big con with that.
So a Chio Fane, a Hono's great.
Always good.
A Zeb is great. 2 Djangos.
Finn is good.
Finn is great for removal. A Rio can bounce things back to my hand and then give shields, or it can remove something that's an immediate threat from their side to at least temporarily save me some hit points. The very Doorbuster, which is Saboteur and Restore, also green. A Maz Kanata, not a big fan of this card. I just think it's too poorly statted. A Forlom, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Which is a giant beatstick sentinel, but that's about it. The rest of this can be blank.
Yeah.
And then a Leppy Lookout, which is not a bad one as well.
All right. Well, I know what I would go based on what I've seen of your cards, but I'm curious to see how you're going to go.
My instinct is to go green-blue, and then splash some yellow.
Yep.
I think that's my instinct.
Hera Blue was my thought.
Oh, I didn't even look at leaders. So yeah, because Hera's gonna allow me to get the
Hera lets you
stuff.
Other stuff from other colors.
Yes.
So that was my immediate when I saw your double aspects with having a good number of good double aspect heroics. That makes me think Hera immediately.
The other thought is Lando
to ramp into
to try to ramp into Rey if I can do it, or ramp into a Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
That's an interesting but risky strategy because unlike in Constructed, you can't really rely on the Lando credit.
Yep.
I actually think you're better off milling your opponent and hoping to hit the credit.
Trying to hit theirs.
Hit theirs opposed to hit yours. Because then also in Limited, it's a 30-card deck.
Yep.
You're getting them to the I'm out of cards factor and starts taking damage. So I think in Limited, Lando is better as a mill tactic than a...
Yeah, the mill. Don't forget the mill because, I played an aura in a draft last night that I was not focusing well and a lot of misplays, but it was also, it drug games out forever, and we were getting to top 2 running out of cards in your deck phases a lot.
So I'm definitely not doing villains, so we can get rid of these 2.
Yep.
It's going to be a heroic deck, so we're not doing villain. This stuff temporarily goes away. We'll look at splash stuff later. The other thing
that you're not using those villainy either.
The other thing that I did not look at yet is where my 2-drops lie.
Yes.
So let's go back and relook at that. So here is 2-drop, 2-drop.
Yeah, 2-drop's a big one.
2-drop. Got a good 3-drop, got a good 2-drop, got a 4-drop. So that's a great little like heroic package right there. 2-drop, 2-drop in green.
That's huge.
That's great.
That's pushing hard towards green.
A 3 and a 4. Yeah, the green is definitely where we're going. It's just a matter of what's going to complement it at this point in time.
Yep.
So I got a 2-drop here, a credit generator there.
That's always nice.
A potential permanent credit generator, a nice little low drop there, canyon runner, unmarked credits, that removal. So yellow's not terrible, to be perfectly
Yellow's looking
honest.
decent.
Blue again is pretty light, honestly. I mean, you're getting the tree remembers, your droid laser turret, and your shield drive. There's not really blue there. What's my red looking like? Cloud Rider,
I mean,
but
that's
then
a couple
it's
decent. Those are decent turn one plays. I don't
yeah.
hate either of those.
Um, then you
And
have
Spider
splash
Recruit is actually a
removal.
decent long term. A 1 for 1 is always kind of nice. Yeah, your ping is on.
I don't know why I hit airplane mode on phone, but that doesn't seem to matter.
Who knows? Oh, because Wi-Fi still works with airplane mode now.
Does it?
Yes,
Oh, well,
because
great.
all the airplanes have Wi-Fi, and they figured out that. I mean, honestly, even your cell signal doesn't interfere with airplanes. But
Okay, so hopefully that fixes all the chimey chimes.
yeah, no more chimes. But
I don't know. So right now,
and your blue, yeah, you
I'm
don't
not
have
Emphas. I don't think I have enough of the.
you don't have enough turn one drops. I think if you go blue, you've got couple, which I do like. One of them, I like the shield drive option.
Yeah, but I
But
don't know that. I mean, because I can always splash in a tree remembers if I need to. I
yeah,
can always splash in a shield droid if I need to.
yeah, I think
I mean,
you're
I think these are the big things of why I would do blue, but
yeah.
I think yellow is probably better.
I would also look at your options of your combo. So you're going to go green for sure. So you're looking at either green yellow for these two or green blue for those. Those are your green options or your green related options.
So the green blue is better for those.
Yes,
The
green blue is
green,
definitely better. Although this is a good turn one play still. So that's
right?
another
I'm
good
just
turn one.
Maz is not something I'm
Maz is not great, although I would look at how many underworld cards you have because maybe it's better. But yeah, Maz is
in
not
heroic
amazing.
side. It's not usually going to play out as well.
No. Um, yeah, and I will say Leppy is a better turn one play.
As
Obi
long as you're not
is
playing
fine
against an aura.
as long as
If
you're
you
not playing
play
an
against
aura.
an
Yep,
aura, Leffy is a
it shuts you
terrible
down.
turn one
Yeah.
play.
So yeah, I don't think any of these are pushing you a certain direction. I will say, let's say
There is this also as far as a turn one
yellow
potential.
gets you these as a splash. Blue gets you.
This is not a card you'd want to play.
No, I don't think so either. I'm just pulling out. Blue gets you all of these as splashes. I think that pushes towards blue, in my opinion. So you get all of these as
Well,
splashes
no,
from
because
blue.
even as yellow, you can get the
Oh, but
yellow
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
blues.
you're
So
yellow.
all the
You're green
yellow
yellow.
blues you would then
Yeah,
have
sorry,
access
it's these
to.
three. But then again, I mean, if you're playing Hera, this is still in no matter what.
Correct. If you're playing Hera,
You're only
technically all
getting
of that
these
stuff
two
is
as splash.
still.
Well, these are not. Remember, it's
Oh,
got to be
because it's only
heroic.
heroic.
It's got to
Yes,
be
it's only
heroic.
heroic.
Um,
Um, Hono's great, but I think it's the splash is the hard part here.
yeah.
I don't think
I think yellow green is what I'm thinking, but I don't know where you're
I'm
going.
thinking yellow green because of the card selection
That's
here
yeah,
than this,
yeah. Because then
unfortunately.
these are all splash cards. These are all Hera splash cards potentially.
Potentially.
You get this. This you definitely add. Like that's a very
Okay, so
good.
let's commit to a
Let's
green
start.
yellow right now. Let's see what happens. So this stuff goes away temporarily for right now. We can
Yep.
look at stuff later. This goes away for right
This
now.
goes away because that doesn't. That's terrible. This still gets considered.
This stuff goes away for right now.
Obi can still be a consideration because he's heroic, so he's splashable.
This
I would
potential
still
splash stuff. Hang
look
on.
at
I
Moz,
know.
yeah,
I'm
and
just
Keeper.
I'm at least going through
Yeah,
the
this is all the potential splashable stuff.
so again, the other thing is to do I just Lando here?
Yeah, that is also the option is Lando. So it's that now it's the look at how
I
many
think
cards you
it's
have and how much
not
splash you
Vel.
need.
It's potentially Lando and or.
I think it's these two, yeah, for sure.
So
Oh, and I got these three, but these are villainy, so they're not going in.
these are all splash cards. So again, if I have too many splash cards, then I have to basically, I think, go Hera.
Yeah. I mean, I like to at least keep in my hand I'm definitely adding these splash cards like Zeb. you're going to play Zeb no matter what. Well, actually, no, you won't. Never mind. I guess if you go Lando, Zeb is not playable.
No.
Then that's too off aspect. Like, and you don't want to do that again.
Correct. So I'm liking my 2-drops. I don't think I need this at all.
Yeah.
I have plenty of 2-drops. So, not a great. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
9 2-drops is all.
18, 19, 20, 21.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably say 22 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, the challenge for one thing worth considering also, the challenge for stockpile in draft is that's 2 cards off your deck. And again, you only have a 30-card deck in draft or in sealed in draft, and you can hit that point of running out of cards. So you have to be careful about cards you're going to lose because of that.
I have to splash too much to make this deck viable.
Yeah,
It's
you're right.
not Lando. So that means Zeb comes in for sure. Finn comes in for sure.
I would say Obi for sure because he's heroic.
Obi. And basically, yeah, looking at the heroic stuff is the big ones here.
Swoop. Yeah, for the card draw from Swoop also, I would put that in for sure. I don't know about Phoenix, but Swoop definitely.
This can be a bomb
is a
because
big
if you
bomb.
have enough damaged units,
Yeah.
it comes in pretty early.
Yep.
And especially if I have Hera to basically make it, because this can actually override the aspect deficit as well.
I definitely, yeah, Swoop for sure. Probably B1 also, or B-Wing would.
I'm thinking this for potential base splash.
Yep.
I don't know that stockpile is worth it here.
That's my thought. Is I don't know if that's worth it.
I'll mark
Especially
credits if we're
Hera.
not doing Lando. I'm not doing that.
Yep.
This one can be a sneaky like stall tactic, Secrets of Pretend.
Yeah.
Which is I exhaust my opponent's units equal to the number of aspects that I have on my units.
Yep.
So
that's always nice.
So let's recount.
Yeah,
with
where are you
this.
at number wise? You don't need 2-drops, so probably not Cloud Rider Veteran or Inspired Recruit. But I do think the B-Wing Skirmisher is worth considering.
3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
I think those are all out.
I think you're right. The only...
And I think all the credits definitely are out.
The windfall factor? I don't know. I mean, it might be a dumb thing to do, but it might be like a... If I can win it right here and there.
I think you're right on this being in, though.
Problem is like you want to use the windfall if you're able to get credits faster than it, but it's really like a 3-resource play or something. That's really where like the sweet spot is that you want to drop this down so that you're basically a wash of I'm spending 3 to get 3, and that turns my next turn into a 7. Yeah, that's what you're trying to do with that, and I don't think that that's going to happen in this particular deck. So I think this goes in. Do I stockpile? Is what I'm thinking right now.
Lean towards that. I would. The B-Wing is very strong. It's a 4/4 for 4 in space, and it's because of Hera. It's a just 4. I think that's where you look at that because I think you don't need. I would consider one of these even with Hera, just because that's an easy extra drop.
No, I don't think it's
fine, but you don't need those. You've got plenty of 2-drops.
I think it is going to be this because I think, again, without being able to ramp into this faster than the 6, I don't think that that hits correctly.
It's too late, yeah. No, that's why I agree. That's what I think as well. So we will fast forward again.
The only other thing would have been, do I add these in addition to Hera? Because if Hera ever gets turned off, am I just sunk?
You have enough on aspect that you're fine.
This is also something I could have been putting in instead of this.
That's not terrible.
A
4/4 for
4/4 hidden,
4/4.
which is
Yeah,
then
with hidden.
neutral. I
Yeah,
think I'm doing that
that's actually not a
instead.
bad idea. No, I don't disagree on that.
These would be like sideboard for me at this point in
Yeah.
time. So then you're basically, I need to go through and look at, okay, what's sideboard card? Ooh, Tree Remembers.
Yep,
That's an
that's a
out of
sideboard card.
aspect. No, that could be an out of
That could be an
aspect
out of aspect
splash
6,
card.
yeah.
So
Although 6 to kill a 3-cost unit doesn't feel great.
base.
That's true. That's true.
So that's not terrible. That's okay.
I do
For
like Droid Laser Charge a
damage,
lot.
though, we have 2 collaterals, which is great. That's a rock and attack from all sides. I do have a Commence the Festivities to get past. My red wasn't terrible, to be perfectly honest.
No, it's not bad. There's some decent stuff in that red.
So then the question is this: how
If you
much
had better,
yellow do I
if you
have?
had better villainy, there could have been a decent Vader villainy, I think.
But how much pure yellow am I using here?
That's a good question.
Because do I just switch to a red instead?
I don't think you had enough. Maybe you do have enough turn 1 plays with red. Because how much turn 1 plays are you losing out of yellow is the big thing.
I'm just going through and taking out all the pure yellow right now.
Yeah.
Five turn 1 plays go away.
That's a chunk.
That leaves me with 4, plus then I'm adding in 1 here, 2, 3 here. That still leaves me with 7 if I ran to the red instead, which I don't think is bad.
It's tighter, but it's doable still. Yep.
I don't think is bad.
What do you get in your red yellow splash cards?
So Finn might go away if we do it this way.
Or red green splash cards. Yeah, Finn would have to go away.
So we'd be green red.
Mm-hmm.
So all this blue stuff probably goes away then, because I'm no longer.
No, this is still fine because you've got heroic because you're Hera.
Oh, okay.
Again, think about the heroic Hera. So that's yeah.
Celestin Sapper.
Yeah, that's going to be completely out of aspects. So that would have to.
No, it wouldn't. I'm red.
Oh, sorry, red.
If it's
Never mind.
red.
Yeah, red.
Right now, it's still yellow, so
Yeah.
I'm switching sides.
Worth considering then.
Okay, so then
Oh, we
Rio.
pulled out the green red ones. They've already gotten ripped out because they were not. Or the red ones.
Didn't really have anything. The only green, the only.
There's these two.
Hona becomes a good one to splash in.
Hona maybe. What's this guy? Is that the Horin? No, it's the
Sash.
It's just not good enough.
I think actually because of my removal being these cards here, I think I do need to switch to red.
Yeah, I do not disagree on that.
And then that puts the B-Wing back into it.
Yeah.
And then we'll add Hona into it as a splash card.
And then these are gone.
Well, not necessarily gone. Because
well, I guess the
you could splash base. I think that might be worth saving for a splash base factor.
Maybe.
The rest of this can go away.
I don't think I like any of the rest of it.
But again, this is removal as an ambush, so that's why it's potential to stay.
Yeah.
These were
actually no, I would consider this still because of Hera.
The Artful Pickpocket?
Because of Hera, it's heroic.
Potentially.
That's I think makes it worth considering still because of that portion. Because a cheap heroic unit is one you can I just played a 3-cost and a 5-turn, and I played a 3-cost, and oh, by the way, this is free now.
So these are using my base to splash them.
Mm-hmm.
This is technically out of it at the moment. This is out of it at the moment. So then that leaves us with, is that rock okay? I don't know if that's something I want.
It's better on Vader. Yeah.
It's better on Vader, but it does at least get rid of a shield off of something for one.
It does ping a shield.
This is a splash base.
I'm not a big fan of Braca.
It's a 4/3.
It is a 4/3.
It discards a card from my deck, yes, but if timing is correct, that's great.
Yeah, it's if necessary, and but it's one of those of a first cut. That's when I look at and go.
I agree because of the 30 card deck, and you're milling yourself faster that way.
Yep, you got to be careful about that always. Always be thinking about that.
So these are, if I have things online, they can come into play.
Yep.
But if Hera's not online, these are probably never hitting the board.
Well, they're splash
This is a
baseable.
splash.
Well, at least Zeb is splash baseable. Well, yeah, everything except Obi is splash baseable. Oh no, Obi's a green actually. Never mind.
Target Tagger in this deck is not great, but
No.
it's a 3-mana 3/3.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't think
something.
I have enough Underworld for that ever to come into play.
Yeah.
And then this is just generating credits, but it's also not great for me for progress. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I lost count. 7, 13, 16, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So we definitely have some cuts
So
we
you got
can
some
make.
cuts to make. I mean, this is cut.
Yeah.
You don't want to play that.
Nope. This stays for splash, that stays for splash, that stays for splash. Actually, I think all 4 of those should stay.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that maybe doesn't is this, because in the late game I can't use Hera for it. These all cannot be, these cannot be, no, they all can be splashed with the base.
Yeah. I think Obi goes.
I think Obi doesn't, because
You don't
I
have
really
top?
don't have any top end.
That's true. Yeah, that is top end for you.
So, and I think this is top end for me. The only one that I think goes here is the Swoop Bite.
Yeah. I do
think
love that card draw, but yeah, you're right.
I think
Zeb
Zeb stays.
Zeb's too good to not
So I
keep.
think this goes.
I think
I
Baka's
think
out.
this goes, and I actually think that this goes. They don't do enough for me, unfortunately, right now. We'll keep them towards like the top for, again, sideboard typey stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm from over here for sideboard stuff.
Yeah, and where are we at now? I don't know how we cut out.
We had 35, so now we're down to 32 because we cut 3 cards out.
Okay.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
Mm-hmm.
So technically we want to cut 2 more cards, ideally.
If I was going to cut 2 more, it would probably be. It's going to be in the 4s. You've got too many 4s. I don't know which one of these though. This guy probably.
No, actually, what I think it is
You
I
think
think
something else?
it's cut this,
Yeah.
and then I think it's
you
cut
really wanted that.
common
Common
cause.
cause, yeah. No, I think that's right.
I think
I'm
those
also
are the
iffy
2.
on this, but then
That
you're
actually
but
is,
you're getting too light on 3s then.
yeah, that's my worry. Because again, these are both not doing great work for me,
No.
but they are a 3 body.
Yeah.
That is the reason why they would be there. So, but I agree that if anything, it would be keep common cause and get rid of one of these 2. Common cause just potentially can be that, like, tip the scale, especially like you throw it on like a Zeb, Nama 7/7 Sentinel.
Yeah.
That can be very good. So yeah, that's my only thing that I would be looking at
Yeah, that'd be my thought is there. But yeah, I think you do need to keep these just because of
for the 3-drop.
the shortage of 3-drops you have,
Okay,
unfortunately.
so I need a red
right.
base, and then we will be good to go.
All
These
right,
are
so
all
we're gonna
sideboardy
fast
stuff.
forward into Joey sleeving up and getting mixed up, and then we're ready to see how these decks perform. I think it's
alrighty. So we are tokened up, and don't do what I almost just did, and I grabbed the rare base on accident and almost played with that, which would have been a dramatic
really
mistake.
bad. Yeah.
So
what does that rare base even do again?
it's
Just
the
rotate
mill
cards
3
away.
cards, and you get to take one back. So,
Yeah,
but
that would
yeah,
be bad.
so if you ever pull a rare base, make sure to not accidentally do that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna roll to see who goes first over here.
Yep.
26.
26 and 36.
36.
I will go
Corey
first. I'll
gets
take
it.
initiative, and let's see what we got for an opening hand. Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. think I actually mulligan that.
I always find it very difficult to mulligan any hand that I have a play on the first 2 turns.
Yep.
Because I've had it happen that like, oh, it's not optimal, but it's there, and then I mulligan and I get wrecked.
I had a turn 1 play, but I did not have a turn 2.
Sure.
So that was enough to say, I can't risk on the draw for my turn 2.
Yep, makes sense. But yeah, it just, I don't know. It's just a personal thing with me because I've had too many games where even if you have the numbers and you have the, hey, you should not, this should never happen to you, it'll happen.
Yeah, and there were things I did not want to resource that I would like to see later.
Oh, okay,
That's
that's
another
fair.
piece of it. There's, I want to see that later. I don't want that right now.
Sure, but I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it's, you might
Sometimes
not get
what
to
you
the
have to do.
later, so.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't late later, but it was enough that it was like without a turn 2 play, and
Or that, yeah.
it was gonna be tough.
Thank you for not using pure black sleeves.
Is better. Yeah. Change that up a little bit. I get rid of that, and I get rid of. I hate getting rid of that, but I think I have to get rid of that.
So we both flip on 5.
We do.
That is also something to consider when you're deciding what leader you want to play. In sealed, the lower the resource flip, the better if you can manage it, because it's harder to get those later leaders into
We
play.
go with that. Okay. It's me.
It is you.
You put down a Canyon front runner.
Okay, I'm gonna go into space and go. Ha 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 ha.
Makes sense. I will then claim initiative.
Okay, I pass.
Yep. All right.
Oh, I meant to do this. This is the whole reason why I wanted my phone on.
Oh yeah, the tracker thing.
Yeah, the Take 30 app.
Yeah, we can try that out. While that loads up, I'm gonna swing.
It's instantaneously. Yeah. Oh no, I have to change that. So.
Yeah.
2-player.
2-player.
You were both 27 bases. What's the view? Audience facing? No.
Yep.
I want auto. I want player facing for that. So there's lots of options for the Take 30 app.
Yep.
What I'm looking at is you want player facing for how the controls operate.
Yep.
Right. And then auto basically will make it to where it always orients it this direction so that the audience can actually see it better.
Yep.
You can make it to where the number goes the other direction when you're playing a one-on-one in a tournament. So then that way it's, it faces you correctly and it faces me correctly.
That said, I will say for a 2-player game, I personally am not a big fan of this app. I think it takes up too much space because its phones are so big.
It depends on the type of phone that you have.
Yep.
And
3 in your base, -2 to that.
Sure. No, it's only to a ground unit, isn't it?
It's enemy unit.
Other units attack this phase, you may give me. Oh, I thought it was only ground.
No,
wow.
it's just enemy unit. It's very good.
That's a lot better than I thought it was. That's a lot better than I thought it was.
No, I've gotten burned by him pretty hard in the past. Like, oh yeah, no, that's
cool.
Really
he can go the hell away.
Fair.
I thought that was only ground units.
Not surprised by that.
That's ridiculous that it actually affects space.
Yeah.
Like, logically, that makes no sense whatsoever.
All right. So I go up to Cinta.
I will claim.
Yep, and I will pass.
So then I have the initiative.
Yeah, no, it's very good. It's very, very good.
Yeah, that's BS.
Yeah. All right, you've got initiative.
2 to your base.
2 to my base.
Nope. Oh yeah, no, that's right.
That way. 3 to your base.
I will use my epic action to play Hona.
I'll put out a Bix.
Okay. I will claim.
And I will pass.
Are you ready?
Yep.
So you didn't use Bix when you put her into play.
Yeah, I did not want to do that.
Okay.
I did not want to discard any of my cards out of my hand.
I'm going to go 5 into Bix. I'll take 4 back.
Yep.
And I restore 2.
That's fine. Yep. No, I did not want to lose a card out of my hand, so there was a reason for that.
Sure. I just was commentating that you could have.
Yes, that is correct. I could have. I'm going to use my base, and I'm going to Zeb your Hona off the board.
Sounds dirty. I'm going to Zeb your Hona.
Zeb your Hona.
I'll go 2 damage to your base.
Mm-hmm. I'll go 3 to yours.
I'll put an alliance.
I'll deploy Han.
I'll deploy Hera.
And I'll swing 4 into your base.
I'll throw 3 into Zeb.
Mm-hmm. And then I will claim.
And then I will collateral damage to kill Zeb, and then do 2 damage to Cinta.
Okay.
Then I will pass.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We'll throw a mastery onto Han.
Cool. I'll spend 6 to Zeb and deal 5 to Han.
Mm-hmm. Three health left. You got a 3 attacker and a 4 attacker on the ground. Play 3 and put a mastery on Cinta.
You got both freaking masteries.
Both of them. Yep.
Okay, I think that was a mistake though.
Okay.
Because I can just kill Han now before you got to swing with him.
She's a Sentinel.
Oh, because of that.
That was going to be her Sentinel. I would have put it on Han to double him up, but
no, that's okay.
Yeah, that gives her Sentinel was why I put it there.
That makes more sense.
Yep.
This is going to be I'll do 2 damage to your base.
Mm-hmm. There's 6 to yours.
I Sentinel.
Oh,
you have to run into me just as much as I have to run into you.
I will do 7
he doesn't
base.
have to.
I will do 7 to your base though.
Okay. I'll do 2 damage to your base.
I will then claim. Forgot Zeb was a Sentinel.
You're just claiming?
Yes.
I did not expect you to do that. I pass.
Okay.
I mean, we could be using these nice, cool Sentinel tags to then tell each other, hey, we're Sentinels.
We could. I'm going to Haymaker on Han. And
yeah, you win.
Yeah. I also have another.
It doesn't matter. I didn't expect you to claim right there because I had a 3 remembers to kill Cinta, and then I could run into that.
I was thinking they might have that, and I'm like, no, I need to get around that. That's why I also did not want to play the mastery on her, but I need the Sentinel.
No, like I said, I had the answer to your mastery.
Yeah.
Great, I take 7, but then great, you're gone. You having double mastery? Get out of here.
The fact that that's why I didn't want to discard any cards from my hand. I had
that makes sense.
Double mastery and double Haymaker. I'm like, okay.
Again, I win. This is the frustrating part of sealed play is that it's just like if your card pool sucks, you just lose.
Yeah, and that was just a I win combo of cards.
Yeah.
That was you can't do anything about this. When I can double mastery followed by Haymaker and something.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, nope. And yeah, I wanted to double mastery the Han, obviously, but yeah, that was I needed to get a Sentinel out now.
Well, yeah, no, because like I said, I mean, great, I'm going to take that 1 hit, I'll lose Hera, and then you lose your leader
Yeah.
as well.
And
So
this is just in general, yeah, you got to be careful about anything that's a 3 cost or lower. Tree Remembers is a common, I believe, right?
Tree Remembers is,
I think that's a common.
I'll tell you in a second.
So you got to remember that's going to pop up in a lot of decks. So you always have to be careful about upgrading anything that costs 3 or less.
Well, the other one is Axe Forgets.
And Axe Forgets
Uncommon.
bounces 3 or less also. Yeah. So
Tree
uncommon.
Remembers is uncommon.
Yeah, so Tree Remembers and Axe Forgets, and both of those are very splashable. So obviously I knew he had it, but it's also,
Well, yeah,
you should be assuming they have
we
it.
built the decks together, so we're aware of what each other has.
Yeah.
I was expecting a mastery. I was not expecting double
No,
mastery.
But yeah, that's so you do want to always be careful about big upgrades on 3 or lower in sealed format because those will pop up.
Yeah,
and they will be splashed.
Yeah, I typically would not want to put a mastery on a unit for 3 or less. I'd want it only on a 4 cost.
Yep. I want it 4 or more. I want to put it on Han most of the time, obviously.
Your leaders are where you want your
Yeah,
upgrades to go.
it's very hard to deal with leaders.
There's only like 5 or 6 cards in the current meta, not even outside of a Lawless Time,
that can deal with leaders
in Premier that can deal with leaders at the moment.
Yeah. So my hand was forced because I needed to block you from being able to come at Han. So
Oh yeah, no, like you had the hand to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I had the tools to make it happen if you didn't have it.
Yep.
Essentially, I was making you have it, and you had it.
Well, that is not a playable opening hand. What's a unit?
Wow, I don't think, especially in limited, that's pretty rare.
Yeah, it's like,
I
okay.
also have to mulligan.
I'm now playing a control deck?
Not even that.
No, it's like, what is this? Yeah, that was bad. Don't want that. No, don't want that at all. That is I lose the game hand right there. If you mulligan into that, you just cry. Oh, no, okay. Do we need to play this?
Do it again, Corey. I want to see you cry. Do it again.
What a gross opening hand.
So I have the initiative.
Yeah, you got the initiative now, so. And again, this goes back to, again, while I do quite enjoy sealed, and I really like sealed in this set, there is a lot of luck in what you draw in sealed, and that does swing the games a lot. So you can't, I always say there is skill, obviously, but don't feel bad if you just get a bad draw. Still try to do your best.
The skill comes in recognizing the value in cards, even when they're not in your aspect.
Yes.
And knowing what you can splash and what you can't splash. That's really what you have to be focusing on in a sealed environment.
Splash bases are what make it the most interesting, I would say. Like that is the biggest piece that I am always considering is with the splash bases, what can I potentially get out of this?
I don't like this.
Oh no. All right. This was playable. It still wasn't great, but I'm not the best either.
I'm gonna hate myself for that, but
yeah. Oh, that mulligan.
Yeah. No, what I'm having to resource.
Gotcha. We didn't use our bases yet. I'm just gonna claim initiative actually.
So then either you got nothing or you can answer that. I pass. Okay. Now I really hate myself for that.
Oh no. Sorry to hear that.
Initiative. Yeah, you have initiative.
I'm going to drop a Champion's KT.
Okay.
Get a credit.
Okay, I'll hit you in the face for 2.
Mm-hmm. I'll then claim.
Yeah, this feels bad. I'll ambush in using my base.
Oh, that definitely feels bad.
Like I said, I did not like my hand.
I'm sorry.
Pass.
Yep. That's rough. That's very rough. Good?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I will Canaan that back to your hand. The best use of Canaan, but it's Canaan at least. 4/4 with hidden. Claim initiative.
Pass.
Five resources. What do I want to do with 5 resources is the question. 6 potentially.
That's right. You have a credit. I don't.
Yeah,
I just.
yeah. They're a little small. I'm not
I
using them.
prefer the cards in the
Yeah.
resource row because then it's clear to both players exactly how many resources you have.
No, I agree, and I do sometimes forget I have these too. That's why I'm starting to
Because
put
they
them up by
blend
my
in with
base.
stuff.
Yeah,
I'd put them
by my
on
base.
top of your
Yeah, that also
hero
works
because
too.
then
Yeah,
it'll stand out even better.
yeah, because I do tend to forget them as well. Agreed.
What you doing?
I'm trying to think about that. I think my play is 3 into your base, restore 1. Have too many options to decide on.
I'm gonna take out Kanan.
Yes, I figured as much. I'll then deploy Han.
I will Haymaker to kill Han.
Ouch! Nice. It's a good play.
I was basically trying to hide that I had this by taking out the
Yeah.
Kanan is what I was doing.
I'll put down a cheer it.
Sure. 6.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that require your base?
Yes, it does. Thank you. Right. I will claim initiative.
Where'd your credit go? Did you use
I
it?
used it, yeah, to play him because he's 6. I have 5.
Oh, right. I do that, and you do that. It's not gonna matter. We'll go 3 to your base,
Okay.
and then I'll pass.
Okay.
All right.
How do I want to play this is the question of the day. You've got all that. I'm going to pay 6, and I'm going to Haymaker on my cheer it. And I will kill your bigger unit.
Say you have so many options, it's not even funny, dude.
Mm-hmm. Not disagreeing.
3 damage to your base.
90 years.
Yep. So with the take 30 app, you can just drag it up.
Yep. There it is. And claim initiative. Yep.
Pass. You win because you're a saboteur. Even he doesn't help me.
Yeah, your saboteur. That's huge. I also had a mastery to put on the next.
I was expecting. Honestly,
yeah.
I was like in my head. I was like, "What's taking you so long? Just mastery him up. I can do nothing against that."
No, yeah, but I wanted the Haymaker first because it got me a kill at the same time.
What difference does that make?
Wiping that off the board is huge because you could have, if I masteried, you still could have potentially Zeb there were ways you could kill him still. That was the way I was thinking. There were still ways that you could do enough damage. Like Zeb could go in for 5, this guy could swing in for 5.
Okay.
And Hera can swing in for 3. Like it would take a lot for you to do it, but you could.
Yeah.
Whereas if I Haymaker and take him off the board, you don't have a way to kill him.
Sure. It required me to have something in my hand to kill him, yes, because I could not do it with what was on the board.
Yeah, exactly. That forces you that, because that 5 damage into him, I do not want him to take. Even with mastery, 5 is too much.
Sure.
So that was my thought process. Like I wanted to mastery him. I mean, I wanted to mastery Han on the flip turn, but
yeah,
that was why like Chirrut was my backup for. I was gonna flip and mastery Han.
No, it was great.
But I was like, for a backup, well, I could just drop a Chirrut.
An 8/6 Chirrut with Saboteur is gross enough as it is. Being able to stack something on top of it,
Yeah.
and the fact that you got it out a turn early because of the credit and the base is gross. I think he's a unit that is highly underappreciated.
Yeah. If you didn't have the Haymaker, my plan was actually to deploy Han.
If I didn't have the Haymaker, I was dead as soon as you
Well, there's
deployed
that,
Han.
yeah. But I was going to deploy Han. I was going to put the mastery on Han, and I was going to drop the Cinta I had in my hand to Haymaker Cinta next turn.
Sure.
To kill something and
then get
Sentinel.
Yeah.
So that was actually the plan. Then you killed Han, and I'm like, well, all right, backup plan is now Chirrut, which is not a bad backup plan to have.
At all.
You don't feel bad about that as a backup plan.
What you feel bad about is a terrible card pool.
Yeah, what did you have
to
resource that felt bad?
Ray.
Oh, that's brutal. Well, I mean, we didn't get that far, so it didn't.
No, and that's the whole thing. Is like I didn't with what your deck was. I didn't think I was getting to Ray ever. And then I drew my Obi-Wan, and then I drew my Phoenix. It's like I'm drawing all of my like.
Oh yeah, you don't need that
super top end stuff that I don't need right now. And I was like, this is just bad. This whole pool for me was terrible.
Yeah. And anyway, honestly, this the 2 masteries and 2 haymakers alone that's an I win the game combo 90% of the time.
Usually,
like that is strong enough that if I have that, I'm making blue green.
You don't have to make blue green.
But I'm running those 4, and I'm probably going to win a lot of games because of those 4.
Yeah,
I did. I won both of those games because of these.
You were looking for mastery. You were looking for Haymaker. You were looking for Sabine Wren. You are looking for Flash the Vents for pump cards.
Yep.
Because all of these things, Sabine is a little harder to do, but those 3 cards are your super splashable cards. No matter what color combination you're doing, those cards will come into play in any sealed deck that you run.
I would also argue that if you're considering villainous, you have to look at Stygian Prime.
Well, that's a rare. You're not going to see
it's a rare, but you won't see it a lot. But I will say, if you do see that, that is a also auto. I'm going to try to get this in there somehow, even if I have to play it as 6 cost, because it's somebody plays something big and you're like, okay, now it's permanently exhausted. It's 2 damage.
I mean, there's lots of other cards. I'm talking about like the commons that you're most likely going to see.
Yeah, these are and these are both common.
Yeah, which is what makes them ridiculous.
Yeah.
So Sabine Wren, I believe, is an uncommon, and Flash the Vince, you have it in yours. Is common. So yeah, those are the 3 most common cards that I think you are trying to hit. One of the other ones that is a common card that you maybe want to be looking at is the Axe Forgets. Yeah. I think Tree Remembers
also worth considering.
Is a great one.
Tree Remembers is always Tree Remembers is uncommon, actually.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're talking about these cards, and you have all 5 of them in your deck.
And 2 of each of these.
Get bent.
As I said, this was a very gross limited pool. This was this is good. Now, and if it would have been even grosser if I hit something like a Hera leader and went, oh yeah.
I think you being on Han to be able to get that Saboteur and just punch my face.
Yeah,
coupled that with what's his face? Chirrut for another Saboteur just to punch somebody in the face.
Yep.
I think the Han worked out beautifully for you.
Yeah, it did work great. But yeah, it was, and this is sealed.
The problem with Hera is that you have to have
2 units out.
You have to keep your units on the board. And if your opponent can control that, your ability means nothing.
Yep. Yeah, it shuts that down hard.
So it's like she's very tricky as far as that balance point goes, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
That said, in my draft experience yesterday, and then what I've seen in card pool, I actually think Hera Yellow is probably the way to be building her.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to go like the blue route, but I think the yellow is probably the better way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think, I will say, the discussion of Saboteur, though, that's your number 1 reason you should be considering Han if you pull him. Like
Saboteur.
He doesn't, yes, his ability is not that great.
No.
It's fine, but having a 4/5 with Saboteur, especially again, if you get masteries, when he's a 7/8 with that Saboteur, and there's very little ways to deal with it. That saboteur is the reason you look.
Even if you don't get masteries, there's in the red, there's the striation cannon, whatever the heck that one is, which is a +3/+1 upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's a 7/6 that does saboteur.
Yeah.
Even like if you can make his health go higher, even with like some watchfuls or something else like that.
Yeah.
Great. Now you're punching 4 to their base with no answer in
No way to
sight.
kill it. Yeah.
So they can't sentinel up. Like I said, I had sentinels. I couldn't even throw
Yeah.
sentinels in front of you to stop the damage coming at me.
Yep.
You
And
just,
that's also, and you want sentinels to get in front of him too. If you can get sentinels in front of Han as well, and you've got, okay, here's my block, here's my saboteur that's just going to keep coming at your face.
exactly.
So yeah, that's why I would say if you're playing sealed, don't look over Han. I did initially in drafts, and then I quickly discovered I'm like, oh, that saboteur is really good because this set is sentinel heavy. There are a lot of sentinels in this set.
Mhm.
So that means Han's that saboteur is really good with all the sentinels that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
So do be considering that. Shields also are very powerful and limited. Takes care of the shields. So yeah, don't look over him like I did initially. I don't do it anymore, but yeah, initially I was like, his ability sucks. I'm never going to turn it off. It's like, this ability doesn't matter. He's a 4/5 with saboteur.
Yep. So
yeah, excellent.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Hopefully you got some insights, and hopefully the fast forwarding doesn't make you go into PTSD. So we'll see you guys next time.
Excellent.